Alright, hello once again, YouTube people. Today I'm going to show you how to do a little kind of a beef bourguignon. But you don't have to spend like 24 hours marinating before you can actually do this one. So simple ingredients: cream, mushrooms, onions, carrots, peppers, and this is an old rump steak, which I didn't get around to eating, so I thought, right, I'm just going to chop it up and make a stewy kind of thing out of this. So dice it up into little bits, nice bite-sized bits, and add a bit of salt just for seasoning and to dry out a bit of extra moisture. Put that to one side, and then what you want to do is put some cooking wine in there. Just let that marinate while you prepare everything else. And it marinates it enough. So peel off a carrot, chop it into little bits. I find with the carrots, if you cook them pretty much at the beginning with everything else, they tend to get to the right texture by the time everything's finished. This is a bell pepper that I just had sitting in the fridge, waiting to be eaten, and it's about to be. Bit of garlic, chop it up nice and fine. I find I always have to wash my hands straight after I chop garlic because for some reason it burns my fingers. When I used to work in a restaurant, I chopped a lot of garlic and I had blisters all over my fingers. Just couldn't figure it out until I realized it was the garlic that was doing it. Pretty stupid, isn't it? Doesn't affect me when I eat it though. Okay, chop up a little red onion. And now we're just going to use some crappy tinned mushrooms, because that's all I've got in the cupboard. But they come out really nice if you cook them properly. So there's the marinating beef. Everything else all chopped up, ready to go. And one extra little thing is the Dijon mustard for later. But that's just to show you all the ingredients you'll need today. I know these are baby potatoes and they don't need peeling, but these have been in my cupboard for a while and we're starting to grow their own little plantation. So I peeled them off, gonna boil them up, a bit of salt water in the water, a bit of salt in the water, butter in the water, and I put the carrots in with the meat because I just want the carrots just to get a bit softer. And these are really useful, chicken stock pots. So what I do is I chuck one of the stock pots in with the potatoes, and it gives the potatoes an amazing flavour. Especially if you were to fry them later on, they just turn out all gooey and yum in the middle, crispy on the outside. So anyway, once potatoes are boiled, keep that water and add the flavouring from the meat that you've been marinating the meat in. Put it all together and cook that up, because that's going to become the main body of the bourguignon. Yeah, obviously don't put the sauce on too high because it's going to bubble over. Right, start frying off the onions and the garlic. Just want them brown, you don't need them overly cooked. Then I chuck in the meat and the carrots and start frying it all off. Once it's been done for a couple of minutes, I put the mushrooms in. I don't need to over fry the meat because I'm just trying to brown it off on each edge, and then the meat will actually cook once the whole bourguignon itself is cooking. Now we add the secret sauce once everything is browned off. Now this sauce, of course, is going to be a little runny because there's more sauce than there is food. So what I like to do is put a bit of cornstarch in a bit of cold water. Never do that in hot water because it will just end up lumpy. So a little bit of water, a little bit of cornstarch, mix it up, and then chuck that in with the mix. And what you'll see that it thickens up really quickly. I probably actually put in a bit too much. And then we got cream. Not too much, just to give it a bit of texture and a bit of flavour. And then lastly, I put in my bell peppers, because I don't want to actually cook my bell peppers. I want them to have a bit of crunch, but also add flavour to the food. And here's where the Dijon mustard comes in. A little bit there, not too much, otherwise the flavour's a bit too strong. But that's also an emulsifier, so it makes the sauce and the whole meal a lot thicker. So you can see it's really creamy and really thick. Look at that. Whoa. So I put a bit of salt in, a bit of pepper. I don't add any other flavours or nothing. That's about it. It's really flavourful as it is. Serve it up with those yummy potatoes and a little bit of green on the top. And there you have a real easy, quick and very yummy meal. Beef bourguignon. Taste. Ooh yeah. Anyway, thanks for liking and watching, and hope you subscribe. See you on the next video.